excited about a bunch of wannabe cult leaders and their knockoff Ghislaine Maxwell wives. This girl. Just kidding, but I am here to recap them. Is this hate watching? Are we hate watching them now? Is that what we're doing?
So I'm gonna be heading to Brazil for a solid month here.
I'm pregnant.
That's it?
Push him out.
He is trash.
She is a lot younger than we are.
Trash.
Garrick has run off to Brazil. Natalia and Danielle are feuding. Plus, mentally prepare yourself to watch Justin Ryan force his lips on some poor Texan woman.
Had your kids, had your wife.
I'm also going to update what the other couples on the show have been up to.
One of the main reasons that we decided to seek a sister wife for Ashley is I was actually diagnosed with cancer last year.
Oh my.
Did not see that coming.
Hi everyone. How do you live like this? Garrick does respect me.
The Merrifields have really stepped into the spotlight this season, with them going live every week on Instagram, and they have also stepped it up on the show, unhinged drama-wise.
How do you know she's not gonna respond? You don't even know yet.
That was like 2 hours ago. She saw my messages.
We got the pizza.
The main side characters we've become accustomed to with the Merrifields, Danielle's parents, brother, and sister-in-law all come over to their place so they can tell them the good news that Garrick's engaged to Natalia. The reactions are hilarious.
I ended up proposing to her.
What?
I gave her a ring and everything.
You proposed
wait.
to her?
Uh-huh.
And she said yes?
What? You proposed? And she said yes? Has she met you?
So you sure about this?
No, I'm sure. I know God spoke to us, and I guess just obeying God.
Ah, shucks. We're just doing our darndest to obey God, that's all. You ever heard the biblical saying, God works in mysterious ways? That's actually sexual in nature. The sister-in-law asks if Natalia is planning on moving to the States, because, you know, otherwise it's just a really expensive long-distance girlfriend. And Garrick replies,
We have to figure that out.
Don't rush. Take your time, okay? Minor detail. And then... Okay, I called the bro and sister-in-law weak on my last video, and they turned right around and said, where's the prenup?
Are you gonna sign a prenup with her?
I apologize. Now, as crazy as I think the Merrifields are, I also think this is just part of the game. And it is a game they're playing. They are trying to woo potential hot women into their family, okay? Danielle's the Ghislaine Maxwell, okay? She's the one on Insta hitting up all these single chicks, not Garrick. And I'm sure they know if they start riding Natalia's ass, you know, are you gonna sign a prenup? When are you gonna move here? It might spook her. Production asks the brother what he thinks the odds are this relationship with Natalia is gonna work out.
Like 40, 60, 40 that it might work out, 60 that it's not going to.
Somebody invite that guy to my poker game. Very kind of the brother to give it 40% chance of working out. Later, we get a scene of Garrick and his bestie that has drawn a lot of attention online because, well, there's a lot going on in this scene. First of all, Garrick comes in right away and is like,
Nice 50-miler.
which nobody bought. I have wondered if Garrick was joking because, well, the bearded bestie is in jeans. Who does a 50-mile bike ride in jeans? Garrick's wearing his classic Jim Jones sunglasses, the ones he's been wearing since his days of staring at Roberta in the pool. And he reveals to us that he's going to go to Brazil to spend time with Natalia and marry her, and that there's some trouble a-brewing between Danielle and Natalia.
She didn't respond to my messages.
Yeah, she's home. She's having Father's Day dinner with her family.
They're in the kitchen fighting. Garrick's like 7 drinks in, trying to defend Natalia, like, she didn't text you back because she was celebrating Father's Day. And what is upsetting Danielle? Natalia's not embracing sisterhood enough.
Our bond, our sisterhood, isn't truly important to her. Her attention is just more towards Garrick.
She's seen my messages. Why is she not responding?
Now, clearly, what has happened here is that Danielle's been left on read. And she does what Danielle does best when she's upset. Pulls out the camera and starts filming.
She saw my messages.
She saw them! And she's not responding! She saw them. I know she saw them.
She switched over her phone. How do you know she's not gonna respond? You don't even know yet.
That was like 2 hours ago. She saw my messages.
I'm sorry, 2 hours? That's nothing! I've waited 2 years before responding before. You don't own my time! Why is Danielle throwing a tantrum about Natalia being more responsive to Garrick than to her? She's not marrying you.
I don't know where my relationship is with Garrick. I know we need this separation. I know there's a reason for it. What if this is the end?
We get some white on black text cards telling us it has now been 6 weeks! 6 weeks since Garrick went to Brazil. Danielle is in her room packing for a trip to see Garrick marry Natalia. And you can tell the pregnancy hormones are already raging because she's like, yeah, I'm packing to go on a trip with that slut Natalia. Oh, what a slutty skirt. Reminds me of Natalia.
You don't want to go to Brazil? Not going to lie, I'm not very thrilled.
Really, Danielle? We had no idea. When her sister-in-law comes over, she tells the camera that Garrick has been coming over to their place to stay on nights that him and Danielle are fighting.
There'd be nights where Garrick would say, hey, I need to come over and I need to stay at your house. And we were like, yeah, come stay at our house.
Can you imagine? Your husband's sister marries some guy who thinks he's the next Jim Jones. And when he's not down in South America chasing Brazilian ass, he's knocking on your door every other night like, Danielle's not listening to the Lord. Can me and my cooler full of beers sleep at your house tonight, please? Danielle tells her sister-in-law about being pregnant, and the sister-in-law's like, this is the first time I am hearing this news right here on camera.
Being pregnant. You're pregnant?
So Danielle has one thing left to do in these episodes, and that's tell Garrick about being pregnant. And the way he responds. First, Danielle FaceTimes him, and we have to have this discussion about whether she should come to Brazil to see him marry Natalia or not.
Just doesn't seem like she wants me there, you know?
Which may be true. I just feel like Danielle has this habit of blaming whichever woman they're pursuing at the time when she should be 100% blaming Garrick and herself. If Natalia doesn't want you there, and Garrick's just gonna stay down there banging her, maybe you should ask the person you're on the phone with, like why he's still in pursuit of this person who appears to just want him all to herself. But I think what's going on here is Danielle is very aware of the fact that Garrick doesn't care what Natalia's motives are. Danielle probably feels somewhat foolish just continuing to be mad at Garrick for what she has agreed to. Like, she's agreed to do this. She agreed to divorce him. She has allowed him to propose to all of these women after just meeting them 1 or 2 times. And we have a classic case of it's easier to be mad at the woman he's doing than to be mad at the person you're in love with. Danielle tells Garrick over FaceTime about the baby, and what happens next is nothing. Like, literally just a blank stare. I mean, this could be editing shenanigans, but it really takes him a minute.
Found out yesterday that I'm pregnant.
The woman has given you permission to take a 6-week sabbatical. She has lived in your RV. She nods her head every time your like perverted Bible verses dribble comes out, or every time you say, God farted and that's why I should marry Natalia, or like whatever. Like, she has backed you. She has been by your side. She has given you everything you have asked for. And that's all you have?
Oh,
Princesses have had a really small storyline this season. It feels like they filmed for a total of 2 days and then strung that across 8 episodes. And I don't know exactly how things are going to play out here, but I am ready to move on. I'm ready to move on from Nick, April, and Jen all want to bring in another wife, and Danielle doesn't want to bring in another wife. Like, I'm ready to resolve this and like go on to something, anything else. And part of it is because it's boring. They're not asking Nick, April, and Jen any of the like difficult questions. Why are you forcing Danielle to legally marry the next wife? What is the deal with the finances? Instead, week after week, we just see a stressed out Danielle.
Do you really feel like you're ready for us to start dating other women?
Do you really care? After a wives' day of the ladies going to a smash center, all of them, including Nick, go to the backyard for some fire pit s'mores.
I need mine burnt.
And now there has been a lot of talk about this roasting of the marshmallows in the backyard, and feel free to hate me for this, but I need to get this out there. Team burnt marshmallows all the way, baby. Woo, give me them carcinogens. Like that that April's putting on her graham cracker. The stuff that looks like it's dried lava. Put that in my stomach so I can eat it. They have another talk about bringing a 4th wife in. Nick echoes April. He's like, are you sure you want to do this? And like, I know it's on each individual in the relationship to communicate clearly and honestly, but my God, these people are blind. Like, of course she doesn't want to do this.
Danielle, you sure you want to pursue this?
Yeah, I'm ready to get married and find a wife of my own. Yeah.
Okay, because the bar is in hell. Another somewhat maybe rootable family on this show are the Saludos. Although, like every other man on this show, Naeem seems to think dating a 26-year-old won't end in total disaster.
We met Alexis at the pool hall. She's only 26.
A mature woman is what I'm looking for.
What? That makes no sense. That sentence only makes sense if Naeem Benjamin buttoned himself and somehow became 21 again.
I'm actually excited about meeting Alexis tonight. Hey! How are you?
It smells like fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks.
Now, I don't disagree that Alexis is immature, but for some reason they're all over her about saying the wine tasted like fruit snacks.
That's not would have been the first thought that came to my mind. We're doing wine tasting.
Oh, did you hear what she said? Oh, she said fruit snacks. She said it tasted like fruit snacks. Oh, so absurd. What a 26-year-old thing to say. Producers kind of have some fun with this date. They splice together Alexis talking about how great everything went with the Saludans.
They were just a lot of fun.
This date is just not going well.
It was just really good.
I actually just want to leave.
Naeem really wins some points with me when he says firmly,
She's just way too young. I don't think I'm ever going to go back out with a 26-year-old.
if there's one thing I can't stand, it's guys that make Garrick Merrifield look good. Justin Ryan, on top of criminal stalking, has added forced grotesque kissing to his resume. We pick up with Justin in their home, and he tells us after stalking Stephanie didn't work out, all he can do is get swole.
I think I'm gonna go work out. It's the only way to feel better.
Yeah. Take that, Stephanie.
I met this girl online. I didn't tell her up front. I'm a polygamist. So I didn't tell Yari immediately that I was looking to be in a polygamous relationship.
What a slime ball.
She was immediately like, I've never even heard of this before.
That means Justin actually thinks in his head, if I can just get a woman to go out with me, I can convince some lady who's never even heard of polygamy before to be with me and my wife and our 6 kids. And like, you think that woman's gonna meet you and decide she just can't be without you? Later on, as he's getting ready for the date, Justin complains about Yari not letting him pick her up. I'm like, are you kidding me?
She was like, no, I never have my dates pick me up at home.
Maybe Yari should call the ex-girlfriend they just stalked. Ask Stephanie whether she should give him her address or not. People like Justin should be forced to put a "may stalk you if things don't work out" warning on their profile. Or better yet, some good Samaritan out there should put a blanket warning out to all Arabic and Latino women.
I'm attracted to Arabic women, Latino women.
At the end of their date, Justin keeps pressuring Yari to kiss him, which is just so pleasant to watch as a viewer. Just the things of my dreams.
Do I get a kiss, can I? Nobody's looking.
Thank you for your time.
That's it?
Yeah. What?
No tongue.
No.
Can I get a kiss? Yeah, baby.
What the
In confessional, Justin and Becky, who are probably filming this confessional after things have already not worked out with Yari, they're like, I'm not sure she totally understands what we're going for. And then at the end of their date, they do a confessional with Yari, and Yari's like,
I don't know what is Justin expecting, if we want us together, the three of us, or just me and him.
and also, I prefer just Justin, you know, not the other one.
I prefer to have him just for me.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
The last couple we have to talk about have caused quite a stir online recently. They even went on Reddit and did an Ask Me Anything. I am, of course, talking about the Sherwoods. If you weren't specifically looking for the clues, this is a major bomb Shane drops.
The reason why we've been on this journey is I had touch cancer.
Then Shane tells us in confessional, this is one of the reasons they wanted to search for somebody for Ashley.
So one of the main reasons that we decided that we wanted to seek a sister wife for Ashley is because I was actually diagnosed with cancer last year.
When I hear that, I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to infer from this? Like, is it so that Shane can have input on who potentially will replace him? I don't know, this is messy.
I'm scared.
It's scary.
But I don't want to be weak. I need to be sorry.
That's good.
I feel weird judging a couple with cancer. But there's a few comments I will make. Shane is telling us that this is really hard for him, that he's afraid of losing Ashley.
There are some times that I think that one of these women might try to steal Ashley away from me.
And that he's, you know, he's upset here. So it makes me curious as to, like, why? Why now? You know, like, why at this time? And the thing that we can all see as viewers is that this is not for Shane. Shane is doing this for Ashley. I mean, it just feels like a relevant question to me. Like, why now? Well, that gets us all caught up on Seeking Sister Wife. I'm planning on covering this show more. I got a lot of positive feedback in the video where I asked if you wanted me to keep covering it. Also, find me on Insta at RealityAmanda, and I will see you back here on my channel in my next video.